Okay, so it's been about a week, 7, 8 days since I applied 2 coats of the Nxtzen 365 Pro to my wife's car. It still looks awesome, but it's been raining almost every day, all day, since I had it done. And I've noticed that as each day goes by, the water beading is getting less and less and less until it got to the point where the water from the rain was just sitting on the panel. The panel looked dead. So did the 365 Pro fail? Not at all. I'll show you a demonstration of the water behavior now prior to a wash. The problem is this car is parked out 24/7 outside. There is a maple tree starting to bud within very close proximity to the car. Now with all that rain, the rain hits the tree, the buds, the leaves, everything else, and it semi-dissolves all that tree sap, and then it continues to fall towards the ground and it lands squarely on top of the car. So the coating is still there, it's just been masked by tree sap. So it looks like the coating has completely failed, but it has not. Let me demonstrate the water behavior real quick. As you can see, the water is sheeting off, very few beads, and it looks like there's absolutely nothing on the car. Let me zoom in a little bit, show you closer. You can see, like right here, look, right in here, it's very slowly sheeting off. Down on the sides, it's about the same. It's got some beading, but it's more sticking to the paint than anything else. That is entirely because of the tree sap. And due to past experience, I know that tree sap in this form will wash off. However, you have to scrub a little bit more intensely, and you risk causing washing defects, swirls, light scratches, etc. So I'm going to try something a little new today. I've watched a couple other videos from other channels about cleaning or unclogging a ceramic coating, and many of them will use an APC, all-purpose cleaner, at a very high dilution, about 10-to-1, and they will pre-soak the car with that, let it dwell for a few minutes, let it dissolve the tree sap, power rinse it off, and then go to your wash. So what I'm going to do is I've got a 2-gallon pump sprayer, and I performed a modification on it. And it is probably one of the simplest, cheapest, and best modifications I've ever done. There's my pump sprayer. There's the modification. Costs less than $5. All you need is this piece here. Like I said, less than $5. A 1/2 inch drill bit and some electrical tape. And I would recommend removing this cap, or leaving this cap on prior to drilling this hole, so you know where to put it. If you notice, it's awfully close to the cap, and there's a section cut out of the lid here I had to do to get my compressor nozzle here to fill this thing up. Now this sprayer also has a pressure relief valve, so I don't have to worry about over pressurizing the bottle, blowing something out. I just attach the air compressor, start filling it up. When I reach the limit, this thing pops open, blows off the excess pressure, and then closes again, so I can never overcharge the sprayer. I put 2 gallons of water in here and 2 cups of Castrol Super Clean all-purpose cleaner. I mean, that dilution kind of works out to about a 7-to-1, 2 gallons and 2 cups. So I added a little extra water, so I'm running a dilution of probably 7 to 10, between 7 and 10-to-1, which could be a little strong, but not strong enough to really damage the coating. And I would rather do that, though. I'd rather damage the coating and have to reapply than cause scratches and swirls and have to repolish the whole car. So I'm choosing the lesser of the two evils. I'm going to go around. It's just dawn. So it's still very cool out. The APC dilution is not going to dry out on the car. I'm going to go around, spray down the whole car, let it dwell for maybe 2-3 minutes, power rinse it off, and then go to the wash. I'll bring you back when I do the final rinse to show you that the beating in water hydrophobics has in fact returned. See you shortly. Okay, so I thought I'd bring you in and show you this. So far, all I have done is the APC pre-soak and a strong rinse. And you can see the water beating is significantly improved. Beating up, running off extremely fast. I have not done any type of contact wash yet. The APC looks like it's stripped most of the tree sap off of the car. There's probably still a little bit of residue of tree sap. But now I can put the Meguiar's Hyperfoam into my wash bucket and do a normal contact wash and not have to scrub to get the tree sap off. I will bring you back for the final rinse. As you can clearly see by the beads, the ceramic coating, the Nxtzen 365 Pro, is alive and well underneath all that sap. The pre-soak with the APC obviously took the majority of it off. The contact wash with the Meguiar's Hyper Wash took the rest of the residues. The car's been power rinsed, and the beads are back to plentiful, tight, and running off the car pretty much of their own weight. Let's see how the flood rinse does. Okay, so it's all done with the exception of the glass. The glass has been cleaned on the outside, but not the inside, and I want to treat the glass with Rain-X. Yes, I still use the stuff in the days of ceramic coatings because it's inexpensive, works pretty well, and I've got a ton of it, so I want to get rid of it. The car itself, the paint has been topped off with the Nxtzen Ceramic Express. Wheels were treated with turtle wax, wet wax, applied dry, and as you can see, it works really well. It's extremely slick, repels water, dirt, everything else, makes for the next wash be a bit easier. Door jambs as well, cleaned and treated with wet wax. They're nice and protected. They're fairly well protected since the doors are shut most of the time, so they don't get abused by the weather and water spray and everything. So the wet wax, which for me works better than the 3-in-1 detailer, the graphene flex wax, or even the ceramic spray coating, the wet wax just works really well for me on door jambs and rims. So you can see, like I said before, if you think your wax, sealant, or coating is dying off, check the environment the car's in. As I showed in this video, the coating was still growing very strong, just the properties were being masked by all the tree sap that landed on the car from the rains. Clean that off using the all-purpose cleaner, 2 cups to 2 gallons of water. Use the pressure sprayer or pump sprayer that's been converted to accept a tire valve basically and be pumped up that way with my air compressor. Makes for a whole lot easier working with it. You can see the hood, the sun, the reflection. No swirls, no streaks, no nothing. So that pre-soak with the APC did exactly what I wanted it to do. Cleaned off the sap. Did it safely. It prevented me from causing swirls and washing, drying scratches, because the pre-soak loosened or dissolved the dirt. The blast with the garden hose took it all off, so all the grit, dirt, and everything else that could have scratched was gone before I even touched the paint. Let me know what you think.